Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another set of videos in which we continue to discuss Business Central. In today's video, I will be discussing the relationship between a vendor and contacts. So you can configure um, a list of contacts that you can link with vendors or a vendor in that matter. So the reason being for that is if you have or if your client has vendors and they have a bunch of contacts that they would like to reach out to, depending on their roles and responsibilities, you can actually configure that within Business Central. So uh, let's get into the actual configuration. So the first thing you're going to do is to actually search contacts, and the very first link is the contacts, and you will come to this page. Now in this page, this is an environment that already has some of parts of it configuration done. In any case, I will walk you through the concept of how you actually configure it. So the first thing that you need to know is when you actually create a new contact, you need to create a company, which is what you see right here. So all the bolded dark ones are the companies, and within the company you have people. And when you go to a vendor card, you assign this company. So I will also show you how you do that. So when you click new, this is a card that you will see. It will be empty, of course. So you will have to pre-fill the information that is given to you by your client. Number is basically comes from the number series. So if you don't have a number series configured, you can leave it as a manual entry, or you simply set up a number series. So a number series has been set up here. Go back to one of my videos about the number series and you should be able to learn how you can configure number series. Second thing is the name. So this is the name that you will have for the company. So the company that you will be listing this contact or linking this vendor contact with. So you can have the name of the company there. This is where you're going to have to define what type of the card this is. So either you pick company or a person. So because we need to configure the company card first and then we're going to add persons in that company, first you will select type as company and then you simply save it, and then we'll go and create another card and you select the type person and it would automatically go into the card of this company. Similar to a vendor card, you can have the search name, so it usually gets auto-populated by when you click or when you enter the name information up there. And you can have the salesperson code, so you can configure that if you like to, or if your client would like to. And some of the information at the bottom is simply to connect the dots between a vendor and the contact. So the address, if it's changed, of course, to what a vendor card would look like. And once you have that configured or filled out, you simply go back, you create another card, and you will this time actually change the information. So number series obviously is an incrementation of what you have configured in the number series. And with that, the name of the contact. So this is where you're going to put in the name of that person. And this time you're going to select type as person. And this is where you actually link the person with the company. So in this case, you will have a list of all the companies that you have configured so far. So this person actually belongs to CT01 that we saw just now. So you will link that here. So this is the tab or field that actually links the vendor, not the vendor, but the contact and the company associated with it. And then you have some personal information of that contact. So Robert Towns. And this is also relative information. So once you have that configured, so assuming that we configured the CT01 as a company and a CT02 is a person within that company, and in that contact card we have identified that somebody from a buyer from the organization would like to reach out to this particular person to get a quote or whatnot. So what you do is simply go back to vendors, and You select a vendor who you need to connect this contact with. So go into the card for a vendor, and this is the vendor information. So you should have a familiarity with what information goes in the vendor card. But let me skip all that to and get to you where you actually connect the contact with a vendor. So in here, as you can see, the primary contact code is the actual linkage between a vendor and a contact. So you simply click on the three ellipses, the three dots. As you can see, you can click the company here. And now every time, based on the security rules and whatnot, you will give permission to a particular set of people to actually access the vendor cards and access these vendor contacts. So once you have that configured, they can easily go into the card and then figure out that this contact CT11 in our case has Crystal York, for instance, as a person that they can reach out to. So they'll have some information of Crystal York within the card, as you saw just a few seconds ago, and they can reach out to them using their email or phone number, whatever information is actually configured within the system. So this is the linkage between a vendor and a contact. So I hope I see you into the next video, and we will continue to learn Business Central.